Olsen. Olsen senses it. Olsen goes wide. Olsen loses it. Olsen regains it. Olsen holds it. Pedal looks for the inside run. Olsen drops the gate on him. Pedal looks for the outside. Olsen hugs the inside. Olsen comes along. Is it right to the fight, to the line, and it's Pedal!
And here comes Brown again for his last desperate effort. Round the outside, I think he's going to try and swing back. He does, and over the line, it is just Peter Collins.
What am I supposed to do? Let him shut off, let him go by? I didn't do it deliberately. He was on the outside of me. I never even saw him after I got by him.
Look at them there. They're hitting each other. If Pedal had come off there, Carter 100% would have been thrown out of the race.
And I'm not kidding, referee. I just don't have a chance.
I owe so much to England. England has done everything for me.
Here comes ERIK Gundersen around the outside, and that's magnificent. He's taken them apart.
One man's nightmare.
I was so lucky. I was so lucky. And the doctors were so good. Up at Pinderville, they were so good.
How many times have you watched the video, mate?
Oh, many times. I'm just looking at me locking up, coming into the first corner, and then Jimmy Nielsen and Lance King both getting a lot of grip out of the start, and they're locking up going into the first corner. Seems like they can't get free of each other. There's none of them will give, and it was a well found. Nobody gives. Did that have a meaning that I had to have that crash? Did that have a meaning that I was that lucky that I could walk away from the hospital up there? Did that have a meaning?
They were always partying, always, you know, and whatever else. They were good for Speedway at the time. There was nothing wrong with any of them, you know. They did their own thing. We all know what they took and how they took it, and you know, and yeah, it was over the top because it wasn't our way of doing things. You know, if it was done for a reason, it worked, you know, because we'd all be sitting on a toolbox going, look at those bleeding prats, you know, and it would wind you up.
Who makes the start. Pendle leads it. In second place it's Olsen. Third there, just moving through on the line. It was Rob Hollingworth, though. It's Cradley in front, but the Coventry pairing tucked in behind him. Pendle leads it. Second is Olsen. Third is Hollingworth. And a long way back already is Ben Rasmussen.
And the starter's orders, and into the lead goes Gary Gulglimi in white for Boston. And again, he and Kelvin Malarkey crash to the ground, and this time, Dennis Mallett also is involved in the melee.
It looks like Joe Owen on the inside might have just caught the blame there because the two tyres out of control, but there must be a few question marks about the inside line taken there. And the fans coming down to the safety fence, and tempers running a little high here at Mildenhall now.
I couldn't believe it. I was absolutely mortified. And one of the riders, I forgot it was a visiting rider, I think it was a foreign rider, stood there and looked at where the accident had happened and said to me, why didn't you build the tyres higher? And I didn't have an answer. The reason, of course, was because I didn't think they needed to be any higher. The post was 4 metres behind the fence, covered in tyres up to 5 feet. I didn't dream that it was a hazard. But there you are, it was a hazard and it killed somebody. And that wasn't very nice.
I think you said in your book, as luck would have it, that you know, a promoter does feel a sense of responsibility and even guilt. You know, when things like that happen, you just
absolutely,
it's human nature. Yeah?
You have to feel guilty about these things. If you're a speedway promoter and the rider gets badly injured on your track, you have to have a sense of guilt. If you don't, you're not human.
Now for the start of the vital and final heat number 21. Off and racing and getting away very smartly indeed was Nemai on the inside as they went to the bottom corner and worked to the back straightaway. Halfway down the back straightaway, that's Nemai on the white helmet colour, but the Americans are through to lead 1-2, and Nemai going even wider as they come onto the straightaway.
Schwartz and Sigeloff. Schwartz in the red helmet and Sigeloff in the blue, doing it very easily now for the Americans. 1-2. Beautiful team riding performance this.
I really can't believe that people can be so one-eyed. Firstly,
come on, hear the boy out.
I can't believe it, I really can't. Yeah, we're all Australians. I have ridden for Australia for 10 years. I have ridden my guts out, and to be treated like this by Australian people, I think I'll change my nationality. Thank you very much, and get stuck.
And here comes Egon Muller, and listen to the crowd. And the flag marshal's on his knees. He fell over Hans Nilsson.
But once we have to say about this beautiful engine, it is the Italy one. Yes. Massotto, he is a rider as well.
Yes, that's right.
You know, and he spent his whole life to do this engine, and it is beautiful.
Well, I'll tell you what, you proved it. You know, you're the best of the night. You're the new world champion. Congratulations again. Good job.
Well,
yeah.
He'll give you the trophy in a minute.
Yeah.
Last weekend, after 17 glorious years, Olsen said farewell to Speedway on an emotional occasion before 20,000 devoted fans at his British track, Coventry. The sport could hardly have paid this man a bigger compliment, because the field for the 1983 World Final reassembled to ensure that Olsen bowed out in style.
I'll always feel that we were very badly done by the way the Leicester thing finished. We were left with no time whatsoever to find an alternative venue. I mean, like 2 weeks before the BSPA annual general meeting, at which clubs had to declare for the following year, you know, fat chance of finding a suitable new venue in that sort of time span. We were just in total shock. We just couldn't quite comprehend it.